Finally, Islamists are leaving the religion and converting to Christianity as more and more and more people start to see the light. And yes, am I excited about this? Of course I am. Aren't you excited about it? Maybe there's hope. I don't want to listen to it. I love seeing a woman going from this to, where is it? Where is she? This. Look, I'm all for women dressing modestly. I'm Orthodox, as you guys probably already know. But at the same time, I like to see a female's face. I like to see her feeling empowered. And something about this looks more like a garbage bag to me than a woman who knows her worth and knows what she really deserves to contribute to the world. Now, Muslim girl in burqa leaves Islam and converts to Christianity. I felt trapped in body and soul. I lived in fear, silence, and shame. Now I have freedom, dignity, and joy. I truly feel as if I've stepped out of the darkness into the light. Don't come at me saying, okay, Meira, this is one video. This is a phenomena that is growing by the minute. Listen to these statistics. Now, they're old and they're from AI, so we don't trust them 100%. But this is crazy. A 2018 Pew Research study found the number of American converts to Islam is almost equal to those who have abandoned it, meaning virtually no net growth. The study also found that about 25% of adult Muslims raised in the United States no longer identified as Muslim. United Kingdom, around 100,000 people abandon Islam annually in the UK, according to The Times. In Germany, a 2020 report highlighted that between 15,000 to 20,000 people leave Islam in Germany each year. Okay? That is a lot. In the Arab world and Middle East, research conducted by a Princeton University-based group found that Arab Muslims are abandoning Islam in unprecedented numbers, with the share of non-religious people growing significantly between 2014 and 2019. An Al Jazeera interview cited a figure of 6 million Muslims leaving Islam every year in Africa alone, although this figure is disputed and hard to find. Okay, is this a solution? Not really, but let's see a little bit more about what is truly going on. Okay, here is another female, but before we watch it, guys, please hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the Pushback. We're trying to push back. We're doing everything in our power to make a difference. And if you appreciate this type of content, you hitting that subscribe button or even liking, commenting, or telling a friend makes all the difference to us. Let's I just can't get over how many females are manipulated into believing that Islamization is a good thing when you look like a trash bag. What about this screams women's rights? Look, as I said, I'm all for modesty. I think modesty is beautiful. I think a woman being able to feel beautiful without showcasing every part of her body, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Think it's great. But at the same time, you can't see anything about her. She's indistinguishable. She is nobody under the trash bag. And yet here, she has a beautiful one at that. And I love to see that there are more and more people who are realizing maybe this shouldn't be what's going on. Now, there are a lot of people online at the moment called apostates, people who leave Islam, but a lot of them are afraid to speak out. Why are they afraid to speak out? Well, because of this simple fact.
The idea that someone should be killed if they leave the Islamic religion is just a few bad apples? Because it's the only religion that acts like the mafia that will fucking kill you if you say the wrong thing, draw the wrong picture, or write the wrong book.
So you do have,
and there's a reason why Ayaan Hirsi Ali needs bodyguards 24/7.
This is a religion, I'm just going to remind you all, that you can join in about 2 seconds. All you have to do is say something. But if you ever want to leave, they come out and kill you. Videos are actually so unbelievably courageous and give me so much hope. Because the fact that there are figures and people leaving in droves, hundreds of thousands of them, means that we have hundreds of thousands of people out there who can create more awareness, who can speak out about it. And the more we create a normative environment for people to say that they have an issue with what is going on, within Islam, the more of a chance we have to create awareness and pushback in a real, true way. I mean, look at this girl, so courageous.
Islam seeks to take over and control every aspect of an individual's life, and then political life, social life, economic life. But there is a goal to further this and to destroy and break down Western civilization as we know.
I mean, unfortunately, we're well aware about this, okay? But it goes deeper than that.
Which is ridiculous. Allah can't mess up. But if this was Allah messing up or giving the room for this to happen in the Quran, surely Muhammad maybe must have come and, you know, just fix this up a little bit to save women or protect women a bit more. And then I went to the Hadith, and I like you were saying, I was flabbergasted. I felt sick. I was shocked. I felt betrayed, I felt lied to, and I was in my other grandma's house, and in front of me there was an Allah sign and a Muhammad sign, and I just remember like looking up and thinking, this will never, ever be the same. And
what she's talking about is the fact that in Mecca, where you go for your hadith, it's the biggest spiritual ceremony. Women are sexually abused all of the time. Now, we've talked about this to no end. There's something off about a version of heaven being all about having sex with 72 virgins and young men who join in. There's just something weird about that. That your idea of what it means to be closest to God is to be able to have unlimited amount of sex. Now, I've said this a whole bunch. I believe that Islamism was created purely to attract the worst sides of men, to bring in violent and not good human beings, to then promise them benefits. And it is literally the worst type of religion for a female to be part of, because you are basically just a piece of meat to satisfy your husband's qualms and needs. And they say that when you ask a woman, what is your version of heaven? Why don't we know that? Everyone knows it's 72 virgins for men, but what is it for females? Turns out you get to be one of your husband's 72 virgins. Isn't that wonderful? This is not a female religion. And you see this by the fact that the holiest ceremony, the most important thing that you can do as an Islamist, to go to Mecca, to do your hadith, this is a time where when you're standing there, you sexually abuse women, you touch them, you grab at them, and women across the board have been coming out to speak about this. It's just another indicator as to how this religion erases females, just erases them.
And automatically you feel like you're in the Truman Show because everyone around you is immersed in this, and you've realized what this could be. So I remember for the first time searching, is Islam the truth, on the internet? And then I woke up to this world of like ex-Muslims in North America, Council of Ex-Muslims in Britain, there's people speaking out. But the only time I'd ever heard of somebody leave Islam was at university, outside my Islamic law module, when this guy said to me, I was Muslim, but I left. And I thought he was crazy. I literally was like, what's wrong with you? Who leaves? And I'd never come across that again. I couldn't even convey that you, like, fathom the fact that you could leave. I didn't think that was an option.
If you are an
I was like, okay, if this is Allah, which is ridiculous.
If you're an Islamist watching this channel, okay, we're going to get to that in a second. Let's watch this video.
I left because, hi, I am a Somali Christian, ex-Muslim, and I didn't leave because I was confused. I left because I started asking questions that nobody wanted to answer. Truth does not get angry when you examine it. If something is truly from God, it should stand strong under questions. My choice is clear, and I am not going back.
Hell yeah, woman. Hell yeah. It is absolutely true. Truth can handle being examined. It can handle it. It doesn't get angry at it. It doesn't freak out. You can come at me and ask me lots of different things about the things I believe to be true. If I actually know that they're true, that's not a problem. Here's the simple truth. The more we can publicize the fact that there are people who are seeing the light and realizing that something here is off, something here is violent, something here is a lie, something here is not true, the more we'll have people who can truly push back against the Islamic takeover. Now, if you're an Islamist watching this, if this is your religion and you are afraid, I want you to know that there are people out there who can support you and who can love you and who can guide you through this. Leaving a community that literally threatens your life for the thought of saying something against what they believe to be true is a terrifying thing. But there are hundreds of thousands of people just like you doing this every single day. And that is the answer in many ways. We have to prove to the world that we can fight against this thing, that we can take it down, that we can leave it, that we can do something about it. Look, I'm not an Islamist. I didn't grow up under the religion. And the courage it must take to step away from everything you have known, to doubt and to question the thing you have been told that under no circumstances you can doubt from a very little age is petrifying. But there are many people out there who are seeing the light, who are understanding that something about this is off, that this world domination, this anti-female thing, it's not right. It's cruel. It's evil. And it's severely, severely problematic. So get online, start asking questions, look at different people who have done something similar. We are here to support you. You can always message me privately on my social media, and I will try and connect you to somebody else out there who has done the mission already, who has left, who has said there's something wrong with this. We believe in you, and we know that more of you, the more of you who speak out against this, the more of you who say, I am from this, I have the credibility because I understand this, the more of an impact we can have. Thank you for your attention to this matter, and don't worry, today is going to be a great day.